Okay, example number 1. Bob bought 35 shares of stock at $23.75 per share. A year later, he sold them for $26.05 a share. How much profit did he make, and what was his return on investment? So the first thing, whenever we're finding return on investment, we need the purchase price. So 35 shares at $23.75. So Bob spent $831.25. All right, he sold them. So selling price, he sold 35 shares at $26.05. He sold all of them, not just some of them. He sold them, he got $911.75. So then his profit, 911.75 minus 831.25. Is $80.50. Notice on my calculator it just says 80.5. It does not have that second 0. You must add the 0 after the 5 or it will be marked wrong. There's something on tests coming up where you have to type your answer. I think it's on next week's, but same kind of idea. And if you don't type the second 0, it's wrong. All right, so his return on investment, when we did these examples a few days ago on Monday, it said rounded the nearest whole percent. This one doesn't tell us. So it doesn't matter as long as we round appropriately. So return on investment is a profit divided by the amount of money put in. So Bob made $80.50 divided by the $831.25 that he spent. So 0.096842. So we can round that wherever we want. 0.09, I'm just going to say 7, which would be 9.7%. You could have rounded to 10%. You could have done 9.68%. It doesn't matter if the directions don't tell you how many decimal places to use. Questions on that one? All right, number 2 then. Julie bought 40 shares of stock at $28 per share. So her purchase price, $40, 40 shares at $28 each. I didn't even read the rest of the problem yet, but I know I'm going to need the purchase price, so I can just calculate that now. So Julie spent $1,120. All right, the company paid dividends of $1.50 per share last year. How much profit did she make and what was her ROI? So her profit here is only coming in the form of dividends. So 40 shares and she got $1.50 per share. So it doesn't say anything about Julie selling her stock. She's just getting dividends where the company is paying her money. We'll define those next week. So Julie's making $60. So her ROI, $60 divided by 1120 is about 0.054. Notice after the 3 is another 5, so I'm going to round that to 4, or 5.4%. And that's just so far. Julie could then sell her stocks and her profit would be higher. She might get dividends again next year. This could continue to grow for her. All right. And then the last one, John bought 50 shares of stock at $16.24 per share. So John spent $812 on these stocks. All right, and then he received dividends, a total dividends of $67.36. So that's a total. They already did the math for us. Maybe he got them over multiple quarters, something. And then at the end of the year, his stock was valued at $20.65 per share. So his sell price right now, $50 times $20.65. $1,032.50. What did I word this from? So the gain in value here, I don't want to just call it the profit. I could have said profit from selling. There's a few different ways you can word this, but so $1,032.50 minus the $812 he bought it for is $220.50. That's not his total profit. Remember, he's getting money from his stocks going up in value as well as he got the dividends. So we have to add those together. $220.50 plus his dividends of $67.36. So John's profit here is $287.86. So his ROI, 287.86 divided by the 812 he put in. So he has a pretty high ROI here. It's about 0.355 or 35.5%. So that's a really high return on investment for a year. Any questions on that math? All right, so going to our classroom. So that's what I was saying. Your exercise is then your homework. We'll do our Kahoot here. When you turn this stuff in for the week, you're going to see a lot of stuff because it hasn't posted yet. We did notes on Monday. Monday, we also did math. We did more math today, and then your math homework. This is one assignment, as well as you had that vocab for your homework, and then 10-3 for your homework another night. All right, so this is what I want. Get ready for your Kahoot. Okay. All right, so waiting on a few more people maybe. All right, the pin will still be up there if you need to get it. It's at the bottom of the screen, but we'll get started. True or false, saving and investing are related. It is the setting aside of money that can be used for investing. That is true. So savings is setting money aside that can be used later for investing or emergency funds or something else, but they are related. Another true or false, most investments that are long-term strategic choices that are made to stay ahead of inflation. That is true. That's the goal. Stay ahead of inflation, make money, use your money to make more money. True or false? Short-term goals are those you want to accomplish in the next 2 to 5 years. That is false. Short-term goals are less than a year. Intermediate goals, 2 to 5 years. True or false? You should start planning for retirement when you begin your first career. So that is true. That was one of our homework questions, and I marked most of them right. Some people said 18, some people said by 30. There's no necessarily no age that you should, but as soon as you can, you should start planning for your retirement. In general, the greater the potential return, the higher the risk. That is true. The higher the potential return, the higher the risk. True or false? The amount of savings or an investment grows is called the principal. The amount that savings or an investment grows is called the principal. That is false. Principal is the amount that you put in. The interest gained is what they grow. Or capital gain, we'll learn that term next week. True or false? Market timing is the buying and selling of stocks based on what the market is expected to do. That is true. That's the definition. Buying and selling of stocks based on what the market is expected to do. But remember, that is also very unpredictable and can be risky. True or false? A bear market exists when stock prices are consistently rising. That is false. A bear market is when stocks are dropping. A bull market is when they are rising. I don't know if it helps anybody, but I think of a bull having like their horns, and that's what makes me think like up for bull market. That's how I remember it. Maybe you have a different way. Bull also has the letter U in it, and up starts with the letter U. Hopefully that might help somebody. All right, another true or false. Bear markets typically last longer than bull markets. Bear markets, we just said, are the ones that go down. They typically last longer than bull markets. That is false. Bear markets are typically short and savage. They drop quickly. Bull markets tend to last 3 to 5 times longer. True or false? When gambling, your chances of winning are much less than 50%. That is true. All right. All of the following are considered part of a person's estate except their investments, their bank accounts, their life insurance policies, or their debt. Their debts. Debts are not a part of a person's estate. Which of the following is a risk-free investment? Stocks, money market accounts, corporate bonds, or real estate? So a money market account. A money market account is a savings account that earns the market rate of interest on the money, on your principal. A portion of a corporate's profits distributed to stockholders is called interest payment, gain on principal, return on investment, or dividend. It is a dividend where a portion of the corporate's profits are distributed to stockholders, as we just saw in the examples, math examples we did. An investment that will not be taxed until a later time is tax deferred, tax exempt, non-taxable, or tax-free. That is tax deferred, waiting until a later time. Tax exempt are things that are not taxed. Which of the following helps build a strong, safe foundation for an investment portfolio? Certificates of deposit, mutual funds, commodities, or growth stocks? Those are certificates of deposit. Those are going to be that foundation down there. Mutual funds then come next. All right. Owning stock in a lumber mill during a decline in home construction is an example of inflation risk, industry risk, political risk, or company risk. That's an industry risk. So you have lumber mill, home construction goes down, so then chances are your stock will go down as well. During retirement, it is likely that costs related to working in a mortgage will be eliminated. Some costs, such as groceries and utilities, stay the same. Costs of medical care and prescriptions increase a lot, or all of these will incur. All of those are likely to occur during retirement. A period of economic decline is never a good time to buy stocks, offers an opportunity to buy sound stocks at a lower price, will give rise to a bull market, or is a time to take greater risks. So a period of economic decline offers an opportunity to buy sound stocks at a lower price. All right, these next two, I believe, are math problems if you have a calculator. You buy a stock for $800 and sell it for $1,000 a year later. What is your annual return in percent? So what is your ROI as a percentage? I should have worded that differently. I apologize. %, 20%, 25%, or 125%? So that is actually 25%. So purchase price 800, sold it for 1,000. So the profit would be $200. So 200 divided by 800 would be 25%. And last one, you buy the same item costing $12, $15, $20, and $10. What was the average paid? So you buy it different days. Average, how do you find the average? So was it $57, $16.25, $19, or $14.25? So 14.25 average, you add them all up, 12 plus 15 plus 20 plus 10, I'm guessing is $57, and then divide it by 4. So that's the idea of dollar cost averaging. You buy the same thing. All right. Very nicely done. So with that, tomorrow is your test. Your test is set to show up in the morning at 8 a.m. It is due by 3 p.m. That is for your attendance. You will be marked absent beyond that. And your assignments, I recommend doing all of them before your test and not having to worry about it over the weekend. But same thing as I've said previously, if you need a little extension, I will be grading them Monday morning. Any questions?